What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from PumaPlow. Welcome back to another Lawfolds, Aberdeenshire, here on the Xbox One. And guys, this is the high-speed harvest montage. Is it really called a montage? I don't know. I recorded for, I believe, about an hour and 20 minutes or so, and crunched it down via the fast time function here in the editing program to about 20 minutes or so. So sit back and watch some high-speed canola harvest here on the Lawfolds. Definitely the Lawfolds. So appreciate you guys clicking on the video, and yeah, so harvesting is a thing, and as you can tell, I'm driving this manually while I was recording, at least for parts of this, because these fields are so cattywampously crooked. Is that a thing? Sure. Alright, so next week's Lawfolds video I actually thought was supposed to go up when this video went up. I kind of forgot I had made this video and I didn't voice it over. It's a whole thing. Basically what I'm saying is I kind of screwed up a little bit, and last week's Lawfolds is kind of not, or next week's Lawfolds is kind of not going to make exactly 100% sense, because I talk a lot about the Stevie stuff, because I talked about in all the videos I roll, not all the videos. I'm really like, okay, words are hard. In the Tuesday, and then this one would be Thursday, or that video would have been for this Thursday, and then you know what I'm talking about. If you watch all the videos, you know what I'm talking about. This voiceover is going quite well. I really should start over, but I'm not going to, because you guys know words are hard, and sometimes words are hard. So we just let it roll, and we'll get through it. We will get through it. All of our canola that we have here. So we are going to run into a problem. I believe it's in this video. Yeah, it should be while I was recording here. Our silos are going to fill up. You can only store 100,000 liters here on this map in the main homestead silo, or the only homestead silo. So that's not enough, of course. So yeah, we will address that. I believe it's in this video. Honestly, it's been a couple weeks since I've recorded the video part here, and I'm voicing this over the Monday before this video comes out. So yeah, not 100% sure. Oh yeah, back to baling. Round baling some grass, not hay, just grass. Yes, there is a difference. Hay has been tedded, grass has not. You have to ted the grass to turn it into hay to use it for mixed rations. But for feeding the sheep, you can just throw them plain old straight up grass bales. So very, very cool. And yeah, by baling part of this field here should last us at least a little while with the sheep that we do have. So that will be good. That will be very good. And guys, like on most of my maps, I will probably switch to a square baler at some point in the future, simply because round bales are just kind of a pain. They really are. I know they're not that bad, but they are kind of annoying. And I forget who told me to come down here to field 39, I believe. Yeah, 39. I forget who told me that in the comments, but great idea. There's tons of room down here. The bales aren't rolling away nearly as much as when I was cutting that other spot. And yeah, there's tons of grass in here. I'll have plenty of grass in here for as many sheep as ever that I could ever want. You know, I really will. So this will work out quite well, and we'll be good down here. We'll be quite good. I do apologize, guys. The yawns have struck me today. It's a Monday. I'm always very, very tired on Mondays. Work a lot of hours down at the farm on Sundays, and yesterday was no exception to that, of course. Yeah, it was a long day. It was a very long day. Plus, the night before, I only got like 3 hours of sleep. Hashtag YouTuber's life. Sometimes you gotta stay up late while you're rendering, you know, because you need to hit upload on the video before the morning, so it's a whole thing. Anyway, yeah, what did we do? We did a lot of stuff at the farm this past week, which will be in the next week's on the farm. But we cut the grass, obviously, cut asparagus. I worked up the garden. We planted sweet corn for the first time. We will plant sweet corn at least 2, maybe 3 more times. You stagger it out a little bit. That way it's not all ready at once. You know, you can stagger your harvest out over a couple weeks, and it works quite well. And stuff like that. Worked on our Han lawnmower project. We are rehabbing an old Han lawnmower. I haven't actually shown you guys that or told you all that at all, as far as I know. Been doing a lot of welding on the deck of it. We put in a new baffle on the inside. Lots of little like spot welds, because you're basically welding sheet metal to sheet metal. So it was interesting. As you guys know, I'm very new at welding, and I don't consider myself to be good at welding. And it was a really fun little project to kind of learn on. I never did burn through, so I was very proud of myself for not burning through. Basically, you know, welding 2 sheets of toilet paper together. So super thin sheet metal, welding it together with our miller. So it was pretty fun. And yeah, so we're getting that project nearing completion. It's actually kind of a project that I've been filming, like little bits of working on it here and there and yonder, and been saving all those clips, and I'll probably make like one video about it eventually. And there I go again with another big yawn. I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry. And you guys are all probably yawning now. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But yeah, that Han lawnmower has been a lot of fun to put back together. We have the original motor for the lawnmower still. When we got the thing, it had some issues. I believe the motor ran when we got it. We got it from Dad's buddy, and he just didn't want it. And let's see. Yeah, had a little bit of motor issues, I think. We got that straightened out, I believe. The motor does run, so that's really all about, you know, pretty much all that matters. So motor runs. We put a new baffle in the deck to reinforce quite a bit, and took all the paint off, and we're repainting, and we will have a, you know, all kind of restored. I mean, we're not going for like 100%. We don't have like the decals, the stickers, stuff like that, but you know, it's gonna be looking a lot better than it was. So, and of course, you know, on the inside where we welded, it just burns the paint on the outside so bad that we just couldn't leave it like that. We were kind of almost hoping, I think originally, not to paint the thing, just kind of fix up the decking and go. But once you hit it with the welder, it just burns it's actually old powder coat, just burns it off. So you're kind of forced to go ahead and repaint. So spent a lot of time in the sandblast cabinet and really cleaned it up, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. We can't find Han paint. Han was a lawnmower brand way back in the day, in case you guys didn't know. It was bought by the Gravely company at one point in time, and ours is actually a Han Gravely. It was basically Gravely bought them, and they still made Han lawnmowers, but they put a Gravely tag on it, but the lawnmower still said Han. So ours is actually one of those, the Han Gravely's. And yeah, we couldn't find Han paint. Well, I don't really know how hard we looked. So we ended up going with Cub Cadet Yellow, and it's pretty close. It's pretty close. So it's a yellow Cub painted Kubota, or not Kubota, what the hell, Han lawnmower. It should be pretty cool. We really won't use it very much down there, but it's one of those things that we can pull out of the shed and show people, like, hey, look what we did, you know. Kind of like a couple years ago when we completely redid a WW grinder. I mean, we took this thing. It was in pretty rough shape when we got it. We took it down, every piece to bare metal, fixed pieces, added pieces, whatever we had to do, and completely, like, rehabbed it, and made a really nice shredder out of it. So it's really fun doing those projects. And actually, in our team speak, and I wanted to say this on the farm too, but in our team speak the other day, one of them, I think it was Benedict, was saying, he's like, wow, you guys do a lot of stuff yourself. I'm like, yeah, you know, it helps. Dad's worked around equipment all his life. You know, he grew up on the farm, and, you know, grew up on the farm working on stuff all the time. Grandpa was very handy, always building, always tinkering, always had the welder going. But he could do, you know, woodworking, just all kinds of stuff. Grandpa was kind of like the jack of all trades. And I think most farmers, you have to be almost, you know. You have to know how to fix things in a pinch, and you have to know how to work on your equipment. At least to me, most farmers are like that. I mean, I'm sure there's some that aren't. I'm sure, you know, some guys would like take in a tire, let's say, if they need to get it fixed or something. But, you know, for the most part, we do all of our stuff ourselves. There is some work we take and have the guy at Dad's shop work on. Carburetors are the big one for us that we just don't work on. We really should. We should learn and you know, figure out how to work on them and everything. But for the most part, I mean, we can clean them and stuff. But taking them to the guy up at my dad's shop, he's really good. So Dad works at a lawnmower shop now, sells lawnmowers and all that good stuff. And so of course, you know a good mechanic, which that mechanic they have is like awesome. I've actually known him literally all of my life. He's worked for my dad, and he's an awesome dude, and very, very handy. And he can rebuild anything and weld and whatnot. Yeah, he's awesome. But yeah, we do most of our stuff at the farm ourselves. So it's cool getting to show you guys and maybe teach you guys and stuff like that. I'm sure a bunch of you guys that are watching, you know, do a lot of your work on your equipment yourselves too. But I feel like farmers kind of have to, you know. You kind of have to know at least the basics of a lot of your equipment. Otherwise, you have a breakdown or whatever, you're out of luck. You are out of luck, so yeah. But it's really fun getting to take apart motors and stuff and fix projects up and, you know, work on this lawnmower and work on that shredder. And, you know, one of these days we are going to pull apart our Power King tractor. The 1614 has some clutch issues, and we need to pull that apart. You literally have to split the tractor in half to get into the transmission, I believe, and that's going to be quite fun. Not really, but, you know. Before we started making YouTube, we did the water pump on our 995. That was oh, here we go with the silo. I could only afford one, and it holds 1 million, so we shouldn't have to worry about that for a while. But we did the water pump on the 995. We had our 995 completely ripped apart in our shed for a little while, and that was fun. We only had to put it on twice because we had a leak, but, you know, no big deal there. No big deal. Just figure it out and plow on, right? So no big deal there. But yeah, okay. And I just got a phone call from a totally random number. So I live near St. Louis, so 314 would be, you know, the area code of St. Louis. In case you guys didn't know that, 314 is St. Louis. But it was an 816 area code. I have been getting a lot of random phone calls on my phone lately. I'm going to go ahead and say they're all for Fred Twitch. I should start answering them. Hello, Fred Twitch here. How may I help you? That would actually be really, really funny. So one time when we were kids, my brother that lives in Georgia, that's 2 years older than me now, or for all of our lives, but he lives in Georgia now. He answered the phone in our house, like a house phone, you know? You guys, okay. So at one point in time, you had the phone, and it was attached to your house. And if somebody wanted to call you, or if you wanted to make a phone call, you had to be in your house. And a phone had a cord. Do you guys know what a cord is? Like a wire. Like what lets you plug your computer in with, but for a phone. It was called a phone line. But it was a phone that you had in your house that was mounted to the wall. And then if you were really cool, you got what was called a cordless phone. And you could walk around your house and talk on the phone. Do I sound old by chance? That's good. Anyway, my mother was waiting for some important phone call to come in. And my brother, that's 2 years older than me, picked up the phone and simply said, "Hello, Domino's," because that's how they answered their phone. And Domino's, like Domino's Pizza. Obviously, we weren't Domino's Pizza. We were, you know, my house. And the person on the other end hung up and never called back. And my mom got so mad at him for answering the phone like that. It was hilarious. He never did it again. He learned his lesson. But mom was not happy with him answering the phone as, "Hello, Domino's." It was a good time. It was a good time. We were shits as kids. I mean, still are, but we were a bunch of little shits. Never really got like in that much trouble or didn't do anything really that bad. But little things like that happened quite often. But, you know, it's all in good fun. I mean, she laughs about it now. She was just not happy about it then. I think she was waiting for like a doctor's office or something to call back is what it was. So it was pretty funny. Not gonna lie. "Hello, Domino's." I can remember that too. And I'm pretty sure I was like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, why are you doing that?" So it was a good time. But this phone was attached to the wall. Usually in your kitchen. Ours was in our hallway. Like right next to... So like our hallway starts from our kitchen and goes down the hall, obviously, like to the bedrooms and bathrooms and stuff. And the refrigerator sits right there at kind of the start of the hallway. But just opposite of that was where the phone was. So if you had a long enough cord, which, you know, back in the day, you would get like the 20-foot cord, so you could, you know, stand at the stove and stir your pot of, you know, whatever you were cooking, and you could talk on the phone with Susie, whoever the hell that is. I don't even know, but you know, you could wash dishes and talk on the phone or whatever. It was, you know, yeah. And then if you got the really long cord, you could take the phone into the crapper with you. Which I don't get that personally. If I'm in the bathroom, the phone is the last thing I'm going to like touch. I'm not going to answer my phone. I'm not even going to look at my phone if I'm in the bathroom. Usually I don't even take my phone in the bathroom with me. Just say it. Usually don't even do that. So the whole phone in the bathroom, which I know is really bad now with cell phones, that they're like constantly, because people sit there and like check their Twitter and their Snapchat and their Facebook, the Facebooks. Does anybody use Facebook still? Is that still a thing? Play some games? I don't know. Whatever you guys do. The Farm Sim mobile game? I don't know. Maybe. I don't do that, and I'm not. When I get a smartphone, I will not do that. Definitely not going to do that. And I did say when I get a smartphone. I don't have one yet, but I plan on getting one eventually. Maybe this summer sometime. I'm not really in a rush. It's just like whenever I get it, I get it. It's no big deal to me. It would be very cool for PumaPlow if I had one. A lot more Instagrams can happen. More Instagram lives can happen. Maybe even YouTube live. Probably not Facebook, because I don't do Facebook. But, you know, how cool would it be to see, like, a live stream from the farm? If there's even good enough, like, internet, you know, cell down there, which there should be. We're not that far out in the sticks. I can see a cell phone tower from the farm. It's pretty far away, but I can see it. So, you know, it should be okay. But how cool would that be to, like, you know, hey, I'm going to go whatever and Instagram live it, you know, or, oh, I'm going to go spray the pumpkins, but I'm going to, like, Instagram or YouTube live it. That would be really cool. Or be able to stream from the drone at the farm. Oh, I don't know if I could do that, but that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. So it will be nice to get a smartphone when I get one. But like I said, I'm not really in a big hurry for it or anything. So it's all right. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Oh, I wanted to make a little shout out here at the end of the video. The day this video is coming out, it's a couple days after. I'm not going to say names, but I hope your knee surgery went well, sir. I know you're watching this far in the video. You're one of the dedicated that watches all the way to the end. I hope you're doing well, and hope you enjoyed the rambliness of this video. And like I said, hope the knee surgery went well, man. I really do. And yes. So with saying that, we are pretty much at the end of the video here from the Lawfolds, Aberdeenshire, here on the Xbox One. I do appreciate you guys watching. Make sure. I'm not sure which one it is. Make sure to hit that like button for more. Subscribe if you have not already done so. And as always, wait for it. Pause for dramatic effect. And toodles.